Sawadika, I'm Abel Wanamakok, welcoming you to our weekly edition of Andaman News live this Thursday morning on NBT TV on the local VHF dial, with repeats later in other media. Thank you for joining me. Today is Thursday, August 11th of 2011. We look at several activities carried out in tribute to Her Majesty the Queen's birthday. Our special report takes a look at the new tourist destination, the Sea of Mist. Plan our later report on the IBEP Business Fair. But first, here is the local news. Many activities are organized in celebrating Her Majesty the Queen's birthday on August 12th. Starting in Paklok village of Talang district on the north of Phuket town, where Phuket Vice Governor Niwit Arunrad led officials, community leaders, villagers, and local students to pay tribute to Her Majesty the Queen. The activity was followed by tree planting as part of the reforestation program in mangrove land at Thala. The activity was co-organized by the local governor of Paklok and several organizations to add more fertility to the local area, as well as raising awareness in natural resources conservation among young people. In Kamala village, just south of Patong Beach, the Phuket Vice Governor Wilawat Chanpen led local government leaders and villagers to plant trees and release aqua lives into a water source on the hilltop of Getni. The activity is part of the reforestation program under the Kamala Subdistrict Administrative Organization. The Kamala Subdistrict Administrative Organization President Junta Tambrak said the activity has been carried out for the third year as part of a community awareness program. He hopes that local villagers would be aware of natural resources conservation. He further states that his office would develop a viewpoint on the Getni Hill. In Wichit area, 2 million aqua lives on Wednesday were released into the sea off the Mudong Pier. They comprised of baby sea bass, tiger prawn, and shrimps. The event was well attended by residents, led by Phuket Vice Governor Wilawat Chanpen and the Wichit Mayor Grita Setan. The activity was held in tribute to Her Majesty the Queen's birthday, as well as to raise awareness for natural resources conservation for villagers. Meanwhile, the Phuket Red Cross Society, led by its president, Nalini Akradecha, arranged a royal donated lunch for 193 female inmates at Phuket Prison. On this occasion, the inmates joined to sing in commemoration of Mother's Day. The National Mother's Day Organizing Committee, National Council of Social Welfare of Thailand, under royal patronage, agreed to designate the Provincial Red Cross and the spouses of officials under the Interior Ministry to arrange meals for the inmates, unemployed, poor, and underprivileged, in tribute to Her Majesty the Queen's birthday. In Krabi, the governor, Prasid Osathanon, led officials, Navy officers, residents, and students to plant 1,684 lady slipper orchids and release baby sea turtles into the sea. The activity took place in front of the Lemhang Nak Royal Residence in Nong Thale. The Lady Slipper planting is run under the Lady Slipper Conservation Project under Her Majesty the Queen's initiative. The Office of Phuket City ran a fire drill at a fresh market in the heart of town. The fire drill simulated a fire which broke out at the basement of the fresh market on Ranong Road in the heart of town. It is a food stall market. The shoppers and sellers were then urged to take part in the exercise, evacuating from the building safely. Firefighters also ran their tests in terms of personnel and equipment. They reportedly managed to bring the fire under control within the expected time. Observing the fire drill, the Phuket City Mayor, Somchai Suwan Sukphana, stressed that such practice would ensure safety for both sellers and shoppers, as equipment is also tested out for its efficiency. Paklok Village is the pioneer location in Phuket to have established a disaster preparedness center under the Department of Disaster Prevention and Mitigation program. In honor of His Majesty the King's 7th cycle birthday anniversary on the 5th of December this year, the Department of Disaster Prevention and Mitigation carries out a project to set up 99 disaster response preparedness centers across the nation. In Phuket, the center is located in Paklok village of Talang, while a center at Sinbun is set up in Krabi and one at Bang Reng village in Thabut district of Phang Nga. During his inspection trip to a center which is located within the Paklok Sub-District Administrative Organization, Police Lieutenant Gittibodi Prawit, Chief Inspector General to the Department of Disaster Prevention and Mitigation, stressed the importance of community participation and awareness, which should lead to a disaster risk management for the community. He said according to the plan, each center must be manned 24 hours a day with a hotline for the public to report natural disasters at any time. This also covers any disturbances that may occur and pose a threat to members of the community. The president of Paklok Sub-District Administrative Organization, Atipong Gongnam, reported that his office places disaster prevention as its priority. Apart from regular drills both on land and at sea, it also continues to educate children about natural disaster risk and how to respond safely to any hazard. Paklok Village is the pioneer location in, 3 design options for an overpass at Bangkok intersection were presented to local Phuket residents while locals opted for an underpass. The public hearing for a proposed overpass construction at Bangkok Junction was held on Tuesday at the meeting hall at the Provincial Hall. 3 design plans for the overpass were presented to participants comprising officials, local government leaders, businesses, and residents. The session was conducted by the Department of Highway in conjunction with engineering consultant firms. This was part of the effort to ease traffic congestion in Phuket at Bangkok Junction, where the main Tape Kasa Street Road meets with Bypass Road before entering the city. After presentation and discussion, the overall result indicates that many participants did not agree with the overpass plan, and they suggested an underpass as an option. Some suggested that the study also covers the Kok Gao intersection, as it also plays a major role in traffic congestion, particularly in rush hours. The floor also suggested that a comprehensive study and solution be prepared for Phuket, not just 1 or 2 locations. The former president of Thailand Tourism Council Board, Wichit Ranong, voiced his concerns over the overpass, saying that despite lower costs, the facility will spoil the island's landscaping and views. He added that the light rail system may be a solution for a mass transit system and be more suitable for Phuket as a resort island.